Welcome students. We are studying chapter 1 of economics, class 9 CBSE board, and chapter's name is Story of Village Palampur. First video is already completed, in which we have studied about Palampur as a case study, and that video we saw Palampur as a representative village of the general villages in India with the basic facilities there. We have also studied in that video 4 factors of production in general. Whatever goods and services that you need to manufacture or produce, what are the basic factors of that production that we discussed there. If you missed that video, you can click on the I button which is given on the top right corner of your screen, and that video link is available to you. So what are we going to study in this video? In this video, we will be focusing only on farming as a production of goods. So let us see, the focus areas in this video are farming activities in the rural areas in India, that will focus. Then, is there a way to increase the agricultural production? Production means yield. अगर आप एग्रीकल्चर में से कोई फसल लेते हो तो इंग्लिश में उसके लिए एक स्पेसिफिक वर्ड है, दैट इज यील्ड, YIELD, यील्ड. आगे के वीडियोस में विल सी मोर अबाउट दिस वर्ड. सो हाउ टू इंक्रीज द यील्ड production from agriculture, same land, that we'll see, and we'll analyze in detail what is multiple cropping. There should be the word G, I missed it. Let's see. Come back to Palampur, again a typical village in India. Here in Palampur, the most important activity is farming. Around 75% people living in Palampur are involved in agriculture, are involved in farming. Of course, some of them are the owner of agricultural land. It means some are the farmers, those who have their own land. And those who have their own land, some have small land, some have medium land, some have very big land. But at the same time, there are some farmers who do not have their own land. Then you'll ask question, if those farmers, they do not have their own land, then why we call them farmers? Yes, good question. But the answer is, those people know how to do farming, what works are to be done, and how to do those works in farming. So these landless farmer work as a laborer on others farms. So they work on the land, they work in farming activity, of course on others farm. Still we'll call them farmers, but a landless farmers. And the lives of those people, farmers, whether farmers with land or the landless farmers, is closely connected with farm yield. I told you the yield, किसानी एग्रीकल्चर में से जो फसल निकलती है, हिंदी में हम फसल बोलते हैं, बट इंग्लिश वी कॉल इट yield, YIELD. Now you know that since independence, even early from that, the population of the world and India too is continuously increasing. Population graph is continuously increasing. So when the population is increasing, it means people who demand food are also increasing. More mouth, more stomachs. Okay, so when the demand for the food grain is increasing, supply of the food grain should also increase, obviously. जब खाने वाले बढ़ेंगे तो खाना भी तो ज्यादा होना चाहिए. So what, whose the responsibility it is to increase the production, agricultural production, food production? It is the responsibility of the farmers. So what farmer will do? Farmers will do more farming. They will bring more and more land under farming, that they will do. So what happened before 1960? In any typical village, farmers wanted more land. So some land of the village is used to construct the houses. Some land is used to construct the building of Gram Panchayat, some other buildings. Some land is used for weekly market, Athodi Bazaar, and some land is used for farming. And there were some other land. There was some another land that is not used for any purpose. So this unused land, farmers brought under cultivation. Now more land under cultivation. And by 1960, in Palampur, every unused land was brought under cultivation. So as a result of that, what happened? Agriculture yield, agricultural production also increased. But understand here one more point. Population was continuously increasing. So more and more land was brought under cultivation. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ज़मीन पे farming की जाने लगी. But the time came, population growth continued. Population is still increasing. But every available land was already brought under cultivation. So can we bring new land under cultivation? क्या हम हमारे घर में land बना सकते हैं जैसे कि छत पे? We'll bring soil from somewhere, place them on the terrace and start farming there? No, we can't do that, because the soil we need, it should be a thick soil, and to make soil of few centimeter it takes millions of years. And if you're bringing soil on your terrace, where would you get the soil? From other land. So other land is unfit for cultivation then. So we cannot manufacture soil, which is a natural resource. So already every available land was brought under cultivation. Now there is a no scope to bring more land under cultivation, but the demand for the food grain was continuously increasing. Now what is this? A problem. The how to solve it? Whatever is the way to solve it, the best thing is that, can we grow more yield from the same land? सवाल ये है, जितनी जमीन हमारे पास अवेलेबल है, क्या उतनी ही जमीन में से ज्यादा अनाज हम उगा सकते हैं? दिस इज द मिलियन डॉलर क्वेश्चन. Is there a way to grow from the same land? Because whatever land was available, that had already been brought under cultivation. Now there is no more land available to be brought under cultivation, but the demand for the food grain is continuously increasing. Now there's only one option: grow from the available land. So is there a way to grow from the same land? Yes, there are two ways to grow from the same land. One method is multiple cropping, and the second method is modern farming method. In this video, we'll focus only on multiple cropping, and the next video entirely will be dedicated to second method of growing more from the same land, that is modern farming method. So shall we focus on now multiple cropping? Let's move on multiple cropping. Acha, before we'll go to multiple cropping, I'll expect you to understand the calendar system. Palampur is an area somewhere near in western Uttar Pradesh. Western Uttar Pradesh is, by the way, a good area for cultivation. The land is good for agriculture there. So see the calendar system first. What is the calendar system? We generally use a Gregorian calendar. What is a Gregorian calendar? It is a calendar where the first month is January and the last month is December. We know everything. This is a normal calendar. But at the same time, we have a financial calendar also in India. You may be knowing that if fathers or mothers, those who are in business or in jobs, generally, especially those parents who are in business, they are extremely busy by the month in the month of March. March ending, you might have heard March ending, March ending. What is March ending? March ending is the ending when you have to pay your income tax to the government, because from the April 1st, the new business year, a new financial year, a new economic year starts. So new economic year starts from the month of April and ends at the month of March. So this is the fiscal year. In the terms of economics, we call it fiscal year, which means a financial year, a business year. There is a one more type of year that we can call academic year. You know, academic year, in the month of March, our studies are over. Generally, April, there's a school of the new session, and June the school reopens after a long vacation, summer vacation. So generally June is the beginning of a new academic year. So forget about the Gregorian calendar now. Even the Indian system of months start from some different months, Indian months. I don't know about them. So understood the different types of calendar. In the same way, agriculture also has its own calendar. And there are agriculture calendar has three parts. And each part, a crop is grown, different crop is grown. Let's see about that. You have some idea, 8th standard you studied about that. Now agricultural calendar has no months, but it has seasons. So there are three major seasons. Kharif season, generally Kharif season starts at the beginning of the rainy season and end by the end of the rainy season. It means the season that runs throughout the rainy season is Kharif season. Then comes the Rabi season. Rabi season include two seasons, half of winter and some part of summer, winter to summer. That is, and then there's a Zaid season, a middle small season. So what is the Kharif season? Generally, rainfall starts in India by the month of June, July, and by September it is a good rainfall. Of course, there may be some November also we may have some rainfall, retreating monsoon. We'll discuss about them in geography about the seasons. And what are the major crops grown in the Kharif season? They are jawar and bajra. This jawar and bajra are very important crops from the farmer's point of view, because jawar and bajra that they sell in the market, we human being consume it. लेकिन जिन प्लांट्स पे जवार एंड बाजरा मिलता है, वहां से जवार बाजरा निकलने के बाद जो बच जाता है, दैट इज यूज्ड फॉर द एनिमल फीड, कैटल फीड, मतलब ये जानवरों का चारा भी होता है. इंसान उसके फ्रूट्स खा लेते हैं जवार और बाजरा प्लांट्स के, जो प्लांट्स बच जाता है दैट इज यूज्ड एज अ कैटल फीड, जानवरों का चारा. Got about the basic about the kharif crop. Now rabi season, winter season crop, एंड हार्वेस्टेड इन समर सीजन, मतलब इसको उगाया बोया जाता है विंटर सीजन में और काटा जाता है, फसल की कटाई की जाती है बाय द अर्ली समर, समर के आते आते इसके काट देते हैं. सो पोटैटोज आर ग्रोन इन दिस सीजन. विच सीजन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट नाउ रबी सीजन, विच इज sown in the winter season and harvested at the arrival of the summer season. Now wheat is grown in this season. Wheat is the main crop. Then after keeping some, what families do, farmers do, they whatever they grow they keep for the family's consumption use, and the rest they sell in the market, and this is how the farmers earn money. Just remember this. Here don't go much about that. Simply kharif season, rabi season and zaid season. Mostly in the zaid season we have some fruits like watermelon, muskmelon, such tarboos, kharbuza. All these fruits are available in zaid season. But there is a one crop, sugarcane. Sugarcane is which season crop? Rabi or Kharif? Both. Because sugarcane is such a crop which takes the entire year to be fully grown. पूरी तरह पकने के लिए शुगर केन को पूरा एक साल लगता है. So it covers all the major seasons. So understood the agricultural season? I'll tell you what is multiple cropping, but you understand these three. A farmer who has a good land can have three crops in the same year. Rabi season obtain wheat, Kharif season jawar bajra, sorry, Rabi season, yes correct, and then April season, April May Zaid season some fruits and sugarcane. Let's move on now. Now here is the main thing, multiple cropping. This is the definition. Multiple cropping is said when more than one crop, is grown on the same piece of land, in a single year, Gregorian year. Now from January to December, एक ही साल में एक ही जमीन पे एक से ज्यादा फसल अगर उगाया जाए, this is known as multiple cropping. This is the most common way to grow more from the same land. एक ही जमीन में से ज्यादा फसल उगाने का सबसे आसान तरीका है to practice multiple cropping. See the definition again. Growing, important factors of the definition is more than one crop on the same piece of land during a said year or any particular year. This is multiple cropping. So what is the important condition for multiple cropping? The most important condition for the multiple cropping is irrigation. I told you in the last video the meaning of irrigation. Supplying water to agricultural land for agriculture production is irrigation. Earlier there was a Persian wheel. See, this is the Persian wheel. You can understand that. This is a giant wheel. Buckets are tied to it. The wheel is spun here. Now the buckets are submerged in water. Then when the buckets come up, they are filled with water. Again the buckets are leave the water on this platform, and this platform takes the water wherever it is needed. But it is a hectic system. It's difficult to get water. Later on electricity was there, and some scientists, engineers developed pumps to extract water from the wells. Now more water is extracted from the land in a less time. This is again the way to irrigate the land. This irrigation system developed in the Indian villages. Because of that, now farmers can grow more crop. Now farmers can grow crops even in the summer season or even in the winter season. There is a natural rainfall is not available. Farmers started to take water from the underground water table with the help of pumps. So this invention of the pumps is the most important factor that have boosted, stimulated, inspired the multiple cropping. Now what made it possible? I have already told you, introduction of electricity, and after that tube wells. What is tube well? It is given in the image given below. This is tube well. There is a machine inside. The machine is pulling the water and sending to other place, to the agricultural land. Because of this system technique, multiple cropping is possible. What are the stages of multiple cropping? This animation shows you the stages of multiple cropping. First, irrigation was developed. Then electricity was introduced in the villages. Villagers bought the tube wells. Of course, first government installed some tube wells. Government took some money from the farmers and allowed them to use the government tube wells. When people understood, the farmers understood the importance of tube wells, then they invested their personal money and set up their own tube wells. Like आज अभी हम सभी के घर में नल है जिसमें पानी आता है. But you ask your parents and the grandparents, the tap water was not very common 20 years back. There may be a public tap where all people used to go and collect water. Later people, and that was the government tap. All will have to line up there, get the water and come. Now every house has its tap. Now people understood, first government gave, then people realized the importance, people installed their own taps. Same happened with the tube wells. So here we are done. Now let's come to the end of this video. So what I've learned here, farming is the most important economic activity in the rural areas in India. Demand for food grain was continuously increasing, so farmer had to bring land under cultivation. So all the available land was brought under cultivation, but the population kept on increasing, but there was no more land to bring under cultivation. So what to do? Farmers tried to find out the technique in which they could grow more from the same land. So is there any such technique? Yes, there are two techniques, multiple cropping and modern farming method. So in this video, we have discussed only the multiple cropping, not the modern farming method. Now what is multiple cropping? Growing yield, growing crop, more than one crop on the same piece of land in any single year is known as multiple cropping. So what is the major factor that has stimulated, inspired modern farming methods in India? That is introduction of electricity and the tube wells, the machine, the pumps that extract water from the earth. Those tube wells are important factor that actually made irrigation possible and multiple cropping began. So here we have come to end of this video. I have already told you in the next video we'll focus on another method of growing more from the same land. I hope you understood what we have studied in this video. If there's any question, feel free to ask. I am there to answer your questions. So keep learning. Take care. God bless you. Goodbye.